Welcome back, and in our sports news, as the Formula One teams gear up for the British Grand Prix on Sunday, Pirelli are bringing a hard and soft compound to Silverstone, while the drivers have voiced their concerns about new introductions on the track. The Formula One cars will now negotiate a high-speed kink immediately after the start, but then bunch up for a first-gear right-hand corner before continuing on the lap, which McLaren driver Jenson Button says could be mayhem, while Webber hopes to get through it safely.
It's going to be pretty interesting, I think, when you go through the flat-out chicane after the start and then into a very slow right-hander, a first-gear right-hander. I really don't know what to expect.
Yeah, we saw in a few support races this year already that first corner can be a bit of an issue, so it wasn't too bad last year. So let's see how it turns out, and everyone can get through there safely.
Ferrari driver Fernando Alonso, fifth in the championship at the moment with 87 points, said that the high-speed track is not ideal for Ferrari, but is a good indication of how well the team is improving its form.
I think Silverstone can be a good race for us to know and to test exactly where we are and how competitive we can be. I think Silverstone is not our ideal track in terms of the layout and the characteristics of the circuit, and I think it will be good to know what we can do.
In golf, Tiger Woods has pulled out of next week's British Open because of ongoing problems with his left leg, meaning that he will miss a second straight major. The American hurt his knee and Achilles tendon during the US Masters in April, and in a statement on his website, stated that he will come back when he is 100% ready, as he does not want to further risk injury. Woods is now ranked 17th in the world and has played just 9 competitive holes since the Masters at the Players' Championship in Florida 2 months ago. Australia's Cadel Evans just denied Spain's Alberto Contador to win the Stage 4 of the Tour de France, a 172.5-kilometre trek from Lorient on Tuesday. A breakaway group of 5 riders held the front until just under 4 kilometres from the finish. But by then, Evans had needed attention from a mechanic who had to lean out of a team car at high speed to spray oil on Evans's chain. After launching an attack on the first serious climb of this year's race, the 2-kilometre final ascent of Mur de Bretagne, 3-times winner Contador raised his arm in triumph as he crossed the line. But the official photograph showed Evans had just pipped him by less than half a wheel. Evans later paid tribute to his BMC team.
I just finished off the job there in the last few kilometres. It was George and all the other guys who won their stage today.
In football, Chile gave their fans something to celebrate on Monday with a 2-1 win over Mexico, making the side one of just 2 of the 12 teams in the Copa America competition to strike a win in the first round of play. The Mexican side started strong with a looping header by Nestor Araujo over the goalkeeper, giving them a 1-0 lead just before half-time. But the Chileans equalised in the 67th minute through second-half substitute Esteban Paredes. 6 minutes later, Arturo Vidal grabbed Chile's winner with a towering header from a corner, which rocketed into the top corner of the Mexican net. Chile's victory sparked wild celebrations in the stadium, as well as on the streets of downtown Santiago. And finally in sports, President of the IOC, Jacques Rouge, says the winning host city of the 2018 Olympic Winter Games will have the capability to deliver outstanding results. The International Olympic Committee will decide later today whether to award the Games to Pyeongchang or to one of its 2 European rivals, Annecy of France or Germany's Munich. The 3 candidates are making their final pitches to win votes as IOC members gather in the South African port of Durban to make their choice.
I cannot predict the outcome of the vote, but I can say with confidence that the city selected to host the 2018 Olympic Winter Games will have the capacity to deliver outstanding results. We can look forward to the 2012 London Games with even greater confidence. The Games of the 30th Olympiad are now just under 13 months away, and all preparations are on track.
And finally, with a busy on-the-go lifestyle in Dubai, it's vital for men and women to create a work-life balance ratio. With high job expectations and demanding routines, the need to find inner happiness through a self-cleansing process is vital, according to Dr. Len. On a visit to Dubai, Dr. Len, who is the co-author of the book Zero Limits, today conducted a workshop on the Hawaiian method of inner peace. Ho'oponopono, which means to correct in the Hawaiian language, was previously used by Dr. Len from 1984 to 1987, when he treated an entire ward of mentally ill criminals at the Hawaiian State Hospital. He adds that if one does not pay close attention to the direction of our thoughts, an individual can become a victim of his or her own negative thinking, thereby causing obstacles to self-development and success. Dr. Len symbolically begins his workshops by asking participants to heal their minds by eating vanilla ice cream.
Ho'oponopono means to correct an error, and the error is inside of you, so you're always looking inside of you. And the way to correct an error is to fall in love with it, to say to that error in you, and you don't even have to know it, I love you and thank you. And so what happens is that error gets released, and then you can become enlightened.
So first I look at myself, and I realize that problem that looks like in them is really in me. And so I ask, what's going on inside of me that this problem has shown up? And I say, I love you and thank you to that problem in me, so that I can release what's in me, and then it lets go in the other person.
And with that, let's take a look at the local and international weather forecast for tomorrow. And before we head out, here are the top stories again. Ruler of Dubai endorses Dubai Airport's expansion plan. Crown Prince receives Tunisian Prime Minister. Oil leak under control in North China's Bohai Sea. And UAE hotel market is the world's fastest growing. Well, that brings us to the end of the bulletin. As always, we'd love to hear your comments. You can contact us by writing to news@city7tv.com or by calling us on 04 367 2230. From the entire news team, it's goodbye for now.